Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is When Gabriel Touched Ice. Gabriel sat on the cool wooden floor of his grandfather's house. Around him the air hung thick and hot, like warm honey. His mother was far away. His father was far away too. But Abuelo, his grandfather, sat in the next room, rocking slowly. Abuela, his grandmother, was in the kitchen, grinding something sweet. The smell of cinnamon drifted through the dark hallways. Gabriel loved this house more than any place in the world, even though it felt a little bit like it was haunted. Gabriel, his grandfather, called, "Come sit with me." Gabriel scrambled to his feet and ran to the rocking chair. His grandfather's hands were wrinkled and warm and kind. "I want to tell you about a town," Abuelo said softly. "In this town called Macondo, strange things happen every day. The people there have seen many magical things, but..." He paused. "They wake up and make breakfast like any other people." Gabriel's eyes grew wide. "Really, Abuelo, is Macondo real?" His grandfather smiled and touched his nose with one finger. "Macondo is always real to the people who live there. Sometimes the border between real and magical is very thin." Gabriel hugged his grandfather's knee, wondering what that meant. "Would you like to see something strange?" Abuelo whispered. Gabriel nodded so hard he thought his head might spin off. "Then tomorrow morning, before it gets too hot, we will go. We will walk to the company store. There is something there, something that should not be able to exist in Aracataca. You will touch it and you will understand a little better." Gabriel could hardly sleep that night. He listened to the cicadas singing their cricket songs outside. He thought about Macondo and the thin line between real and magical. When morning came, he was already dressed and waiting. The sun had only just cracked open the sky when they left. The street was still quiet, dust was still soft under their feet. Abuelo held Gabriel's hand as they walked through Aracataca. "This town you are growing up in," Abuelo said slowly, "will one day become very famous through someone's stories." Gabriel did not know what he meant, but he listened anyway. They passed the church, they passed the market, they passed neighbors sweeping, and then they came to the United Fruit Company's big building. It was different from everything around it. Inside this place, Abuelo said, "Men work in cold rooms. They keep the fruit from spoiling on the long journey far away. But ice is not something we should have here." They pushed through the heavy wooden doors. Cold air crashed into Gabriel like a wave. It was impossible. It could not be real, but it was real. His breath came out white and strange in front of his face. The air tasted different. It was thin and clean and sharp. In the center of the room sat a block of ice. It was the size of a small table, clear like water but solid. Light danced through it in 1,000 little sparkles. Gabriel's hand reached out slowly, almost without thinking. He touched the ice with just one finger. It was so cold it burned. It was hard like rock. "This ice comes from far, far north," Abuelo said quietly, "on a ship across the Caribbean Sea. Ice is frozen water. You know water, but ice is water that forgot how to flow." Gabriel looked up at his grandfather's face. In his grandfather's eyes, he could see something ancient and knowing. Like Abuelo understood that ice was magic, hiding inside science. Like Abuelo understood that the real world was full of mysteries. Gabriel touched the ice again, and it was still burning. It was still burning magical. He had never felt anything so strange and real and impossible before. That night, Gabriel lay in his small bed in the dark. He could still feel the frost on his fingertip. He thought about Macondo and his grandfather's stories. He thought about how in Aracataca, a town so hot and wet, there was a block of ice locked inside a building. He thought about all the stories he would someday tell, stories where the magical and the real mixed together. Stories where the impossible was hiding inside the ordinary. His grandmother sang softly from somewhere in the house. His grandfather's chair creaked gently. Back and forth, the ceiling fan made its slow, hypnotic sound. Gabriel's eyes grew heavy, then closed. In his dreams, he walked through Macondo with his grandfather. In his dreams, ice fell like snow on the Caribbean town. In his dreams, the boundary between real and magical dissolved, and so Aracataca also slowly fell asleep. Good night.